As the cost of living goes up, people are taking out more and more loans. But with the current state of our struggling economy and with interest rates so very high, are some of these loans worth it? San Diego business and bankruptcy attorney Carl Starrett is here with us with the answer. And our primary focus, I guess this morning, is we're talking about these paycheck and credit card loans, these quick pay places. And first of all, good morning to you. Thanks for getting up so early with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me here.
First of all, people are familiar with the basic credit card type loans, and you always look at the interest rate there. But there are some other outlets out there that will give you credit, say, for your paycheck or ahead of your paycheck. How does that work, and what are the risks with using those kinds of loans?
Well, the common term is payday loans, and what happens is you go into these places, and let's say the rent is due the 1st and payday's the 5th. Mm-hmm. They will take a check, and they will hold the check from you and give you cash, and usually it's a short-term loan, usually 15 to 30 days. Mm-hmm. The problem with that, though, is that they'll charge you a 15% transaction fee. So if you borrow $100, then you write them a check for $115.
Wow, that's a pretty heavy interest rate.
I think that's around 365% interest if you put it on an annual basis, yes.
I remember hearing that some of these agencies and a lot of people that were using some of these paycheck, what was the term you said again?
Payday loan. Payday
loans were military people. They were not getting their checks on time, and they were having to take these loans. And the government actually took action because what did they rule, that they were unethical, or what was the issue?
Well, military people in the military are particularly vulnerable because their income is fairly regular and published by the Department of Defense. Mm-hmm. So for whatever reason, they are a prime target for these agencies. And let's face it, our military is not paid enough. And so what happens is the federal government stepped in and set limits of around 36% as far as the interest rate, and even at 36%.
36%?
Oh,
and
yes.
That's the limit?
That's the limit, yes.
Wow.
And fortunately, and California has adopted similar legislation, so hopefully that will give some protection to the people in the military, but even at 36%.
So bottom line, you want to avoid these types of loans if any way you can, because the interest is just so high.
Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. But yes, they should be used sparingly, if at all, because if you don't have the money, it's kind of like getting a credit card with those reward programs. Mm-hmm. You swear you're going to pay it off at the end of the month, but once you miss a payment, the interest rate just starts racking up really, really fast.
And that's where they get you.
Exactly. Oh, I can't pay you back. How about if I get an extension on my loan? Oh, sure, but it'll cost you another 15%, and then then you're looking at 800 to 1,000% interest rate.
Carl Starrett, thank you so much. Good advice for people out there.